Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Theorist
And the Savant,
with your host, JC Botero67.
and Alex Sinclair, and our special guest, AnimeCujo.
Yes, we are so glad to have you back again.
Thank you for having me for
Of
another
course.
entertaining round of discussion and interesting facts to know and tell.
Yowie blather is what I like to call it.
Yowie,
Yes.
yowie hour.
So I think I
Ooh.
want to call this segment Neko Notes. Like, it just has that little rhyme to it, like that little ring to it, like double N, Like, I don't know. So that's what I'm probably going to call this. Is Neko
I
Notes
like
or
it.
something.
Makes sense.
Okay.
As everyone
Cool.
hopefully knows, AnimeCujo has released a new story called The Ninth Life on
Yes.
Archive of Our Own.
Yeah,
So-
it's yeah, I posted it a little early. I normally wait till I'm 10 chapters into a story before I start posting, but
You're close. You just started chapter 9.
yeah, but I think people were really interested to see what it was. I'd already been like building it up before Revelations ended, so I figured I might as well, go ahead and give people a little sneak peek. And you guys and a couple other people have been in on the plot a little more, so I'm sure you guys were curious as to what would transpire in the first chapter.
I'm sure Black Rose Eden has all the inside dirty
She does.
secrets.
Oh,
she
uh,
does, yeah.
Cool.
She actually does. So she's another
Shout
one that,
out. Shout out to Black Rose Eden, by the way.
yes.
Who just finished Promises, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I
That's
finally
so
finished
sad.
reading it yesterday, which is horrible, I
It was
know. but
Brilliant. It was brilliant and dark.
It was very good.
Just I loved it. I loved every bit of it.
I'm happy that she's pulling a U and she's thinking about getting it published as an actual story.
Mhm.
That's very exciting. I would buy. I would buy it.
She and I are actually we're both in the process of rewriting our first stories
Oh,
to get them to see if we can get them published. And
fun.
I think she's going to work on Promises, and I might work on Revelations at some point. But I mean, that is such a mammoth story. I mean,
It
it's
is.
huge. It's huge. But
That's
I guess
such a
we'll
good
see
one.
what happens. So
Revelations needs to be a trilogy.
it probably would need to be
Mm.
broken up. It's huge. It's just retardedly big. I can't think how long we're talking about how big things are.
Ooh.
Oh,
But,
hello. Nine-inch
No, she,
monsters.
the stories, both our stories, we garnered so much more support and people love them so much. And it's like, why not go ahead and see if that's something that you can do? Like, take it out of the Kuro fandom and see if it, can. And if it does, if it's great and it gets published, that's awesome. That would be amazing. And if it doesn't, it's, we
It's still loved
love
by the
writing.
Kuro
So
fans. I said it's still loved by the Kuro fans.
Yes, it is.
So, but I'm sure her stuff will do really well. And I'm like 110% behind her. And she'll rock. She always does.
I will buy a copy of every single thing
Right?
any of you ever release ever.
For real.
So,
I want mine autographed.
yeah, me too.
All right, so you made a point earlier, AnimeCujo, about how Alex and I and several other people were able to get like a sneak peek into the first chapter. And so you had mentioned that you had changed it up a bit or something. And Alex is with me on this. I think that the part that was missing was like the mention of spears, because I don't know. I thought I remembered reading it in the version that you had sent us, and I couldn't find him anywhere this time.
No, I took him out. I thought it would work better.
You were right.
Haha!
She would notice if he was missing, though. Like, that's the
Of
first
course.
thing
That's
she would notice.
Well, no. My first thing was, oh, did she add to like the Alex part? Because I couldn't remember like the last little paragraph thing. But then I don't know. Today when I was making my notes, it hit me. I'm like, I didn't see Spears' name because I remember reading like his title. Because I was gonna joke about that with Alex. I was gonna be like, instead of the whole "I am a priest" thing, we're gonna do like the new title name that he has. But I couldn't find
He's
it. and I'm
still
like,
in that. He's still in that capacity. Like, he still has that role that he had
Okay.
originally. It's just it worked better with the way it was going with the captain involved.
Gotcha. And then I thought I remembered reading also that Sebastian and Spears were going to work together. Is that still happening or no?
I don't know. I think that might happen in a later chapter.
Okay.
Right now, we're at the point in the story where you're really developing Sebastian and Ciel's relationship, because it's not.
Ooh, a point that I want to touch on, by the way, after you finish your thought.
No, it's their relationship's developing, and it's developing a little different, like, from the other stories, because it's not that the story's darker. I think the content is heavier.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I think the content is a lot heavier in this story, and there's still the lighthearted, entertaining, weird moments, and
With Alois, of course.
Of course, Alois.
I hope he doesn't die this time.
No, he's not gonna die this time.
Thank
God. Killing Alois.
We're gonna die this time, Alex.
Yeah.
What?
I said we're gonna die this time.
Yeah, everybody dies. If I love you, I'd kill you off in my stories.
I will sacrifice myself for my little blonde squishy.
You should.
Oh.
But I think Alois is gonna end up happy this time. Like,
good.
And I don't think Claude's not gonna end up being an asshole. At least as of right now, he's not a jerk.
It's always fun to see an author write the same characters in different ways. So, like, Claude was an asshole before. It'll be nice to see how you write him not being an asshole, because we're so used to how he's being written as being an asshole.
Yeah. It's kind of, it's different. I mean, it's different. He's got a different tone than Sebastian does. He's not the same character. He's not like, it's not like, oh, they're both demons, and, you know, even as demons in the Koro canon, they're different. But, you know, his relationship with Alois is very different than Sebastian's is with Ciel's. And it's really interesting, because as I'm writing it, because it is a Neko story, I'm actually watching my cats a lot. And I watch how they move around the room. And I pay attention right now to how their tails move and their heads turn and how they react to things. So they're kind of becoming like little case studies in the apartment right now.
Oh, that's so cute. You should post like pictures.
Post pictures
of your
cats.
kitties, of your cats, yes.
Oh, they're so cute. I love them.
I love cats in general.
You could even put pictures of your cats, like, when you upload, like, chapters and stuff. Can you
add
images? I don't know if you can add images, but if you can.
I don't think you do images on that site. But
darn it. Well, I guess there's your Tumblr, which I still have to get one. I know, Alex, don't.
How do you not have a Tumblr?
I know. I need to get one. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess what I should do is a quick little summary for the people that don't know about the Ninth Life. I believe I said that correctly. If I'm wrong, you can shoot me.
You're good.
Okay.
No, that's it.
So what it is essentially there is a new breed of thing being discovered, and it's the Nekos, who are people with characteristics and traits of felines and things. It's very interesting. And apparently there are people that aren't so crazy about it, or, you know, they just hate Nekos in general, and there's, you know, murders and fun and mysteries going on, and Alois is blonde, and whoa, it got dark.
I saw that. I was like, what happened?
Alois was blonde and squishy and gay as normal, and Ciel's apparently straight, which we'll get to, but I'm very much looking forward to seeing what kind of trials our little Neko friend Ciel has to go through, and the light's back on. There is a ghost in my house because Brody's upstairs.
Oh, goodness.
Probably the weather.
It probably is.
You're gonna have a brownout. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh my god, the light bulb in my bathroom went off the other day. Okay, this is ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Oh my god, what is going on?
This better not be like that Unfriend You movie or whatever it's called.
Oh no, we're
That'd
not
be freaky.
talking about that.
I'm sorry. Have you seen it?
No, I've heard about it. I don't want to hear about it. I'm scared.
That's funny.
Special guest star is my nipple because this shirt.
Yeah, I know. Like,
That's great.
I'm buying you a shirt. That is what I'm getting you for Christmas. A shirt without a hole in it.
A red one.
All my shirts have holes in it. It's so sad.
Right.
Part of being poor, you don't have money for more shirts. Anyway, so, what was your inspiration exactly for writing a Neko themed story?
But it's kind of funny because I think it falls in line with like the rest of my writing that I do. I think I find like I see a lot of these stories online, and I see a lot of people write these like one shots, and I see a lot of people write these long stories and then they stop and they don't finish them. And I was like, oh, it'd be really interesting to have like a really good Neko story, like one that's really in depth and actually has like some base in reality. And because I've read a lot of them where it's like Eloise and Ciel are Neko, and they get adopted by Sebastian and Claude, and then they have to be trained by the like, I was just like, you know, you could do a lot more with that, and so that's kind of where my brain started going, and I was like, oh, okay, so I'd like to kind of base it a little more into a realism kind of aspect, like it's not just like it's a level of human evolution.
Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me a little bit of X-Men.
That's what I thought when I originally started. It's really not. It's like just, you know, there's not going to be like other like dog people and
that'd be awesome though. Snake people.
It's just like at least right now, like there isn't anybody. So, you know, I think it's just based on the whole evolution thing, and I wanted to write something that really touched on, you know, people are different. And society doesn't accept them, and they don't accept them for lots of different reasons, whether it's out of ignorance or it's out of fear or it's out of, you know, ignorant beliefs. I wanted to kind of touch on that and use that as a vehicle for it. And I think, you know, saying that here are these people, this is not their fault, but they're still going to face a lot of prejudice because of what they are. That I really wanted to use that, I think, to get just a bigger message across.
Yeah, I get that, and I love that you're doing that with the story. Like, I think that's awesome. How it's more than just smut, like you say. Like, there's like
I try to make it more than just smut. I really
like, you know, it kind of puts real life into the story a little bit. So
yeah, there's a lot of research going on right now. I have like this picture like in my files, and it's literally just like the skeleton of a cat, and it's like literally the bones and the names of everything. So like when I write,
awesome.
I'm like, no, that wouldn't twist that way. No, and they are like they cats. I mean, they're so versatile, and they could twist. They have all these extra vertebrae, and their tails move, and tails wrap around things, and you know, depending on what their tail looks like, it, you know, shows their mood, and these are all like little things to incorporate into Ciel at that point.
I am so excited to see like all these sexy scenes with Ciel, especially because Ciel is probably gonna have those cat and heat moments.
He's a kitty.
I'm looking forward to seeing fan art for this story.
Ooh, yes.
That would be funny. I would love it if someone did fan art for this, because I think they'd have a lot of fun with, like, you know, the tail and this. I don't know, give them a collar. I don't know.
Ooh, collar.
So a question that I feel the need to ask is, do you personally find furries attractive, Miss AnimeCujo?
Are we speaking in the sense of those who like to dress up and parade around in furry costumes, or furries as in my little kitties that live in my house?
Both.
Well, not a big fan of furries, and I'm ruined because I work in the city and we have those really creepy Elmos, like the Elmo outfits and like the Cookie Monster outfits, and there's like 10 of them, and it's like an Elmo orgy. It's really disturbing. And it's like they want you to pose with them, and they'll take a photo, and they'll pay you, and or like you'll give them tips, and it's really disturbing. And so I think no. Not that I wouldn't be opposed to a pair of cat ears or bunny ears or something, but I'm saying the whole outfit is just a little much.
Yeah, I agree. I do find people with animal attributes somewhat attractive, but not necessarily like people in a big creepy furry costume, especially because I don't like things where the eyes don't move. So those creepy like helmet furry things.
That's the deal breaker.
Yeah,
everything's fine as long as your eyes move.
That's great. This randomly reminds me a little bit. There was like this article last year, 2 years ago. It was like Easter bunnies, like scary Easter bunnies. It was a BuzzFeed article, And so it was funny because like the little like tagline was like, "Oh, these are worse than the Donnie Darko bunny," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Donnie Darko bunny.
I've never seen that movie.
Frank, that was his name. Oh, it's a pretty interesting movie.
Brody keeps trying to make me watch it, and I'm a procrastinator pants. I don't like to do anything.
That's funny. You'll get to it eventually. Just like Magdeprav, you'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, right. We're like 30, 40 chapters in, and I still haven't even started to read it. I think I've opened the page once.
So many people in that story dead. It's so funny.
It's true.
I love that story.
It's a good one, yeah.
I want Lizzie dead. I want
Johan.
His ass dead. I want everyone just go away and be Ciel and Sebastian. Speaking of which, I will tie this in to the Neko story, which I'm tenderly referring to your story as, because half the time I know I'm going to get the title wrong. But yeah, so Ciel, straight, interesting.
Oh my god.
And odd.
Well, what?
Him being straight is odd.
Oh, so Sebastian, so.
That's really weird. Okay, yeah.
As you'll find out after. Sebastian's straight too.
Ew. Gross. Until he finds out he's a Nekophile, and he just happens to see Ciel in his cute adorableness.
He is in his cute adorableness, but it's more a matter of their relationship. It's about the person and not that's what they are. I think it ties more into loving the person for what they are, for who they are and not what they are.
It sounds like a pansexual kind of thing.
It sounds like a what?
A pansexual kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's just, I mean, it's a romance that blossoms because of the person.
That makes sense.
The gender, and in this story, not because of that Ciel is a Neko or not a Neko. Like, you know. But you'll see them work through some stuff, and I'm not saying the relationship is going to be easy by any means, but it's going to take a lot, you know, of acceptance on both sides. But yeah, Claude is flat out gay. Initially, he's totally down with being gay. Like he has no problem being gay, and Aloise, of course, is eating cheese fries. And sucking the mozzarella cheese out of the breading and like, ooh, you know.
You couldn't write a straight Alois because I don't think it would ever work in any sort of dimension.
That's so funny. That's
so yeah, I mean, it's so as the story starts out, Ciel is not gay and Sebastian's not gay, or at least they've never had homosexual experiences. Let me rephrase that. Mm-hmm. But that's really where they. It's about the person. It's not about the physical in this story. Their love for each other or their affection. So that's why I made them not. Although I had somebody go, "Oh, that's a really good idea. Ciel's actually straight," and I'm like, oh, "You're like the only person. I mean, yay, but like I think you're the only person that didn't scream at the screen." What do you mean he's not gay? I'm like, where's this going? How is this yaoi? I don't know.
Oh, these are like the Sebastian closets that we talked about in Magdeprav.
Yes.
They're ashamed to be like, I ship Sebastian. They're all like, Ciel Lizzie.
Oh my god.
And then I'm just over here like, you can die now. Goodbye.
Get over it.
Grell can take you.
I don't know. So
I will dress up as Grell and go to people's houses and kill them with a chainsaw for shipping Ciel Lizzie.
Oh my goodness.
I love it. Please don't. We need people to convert, okay? They have to give them.
You can go around knocking at their doors to convert them.
I'll scare people instead. I'll be like, how dare you ship Ciel Lizzie? You have to ship Bassie and Ciel. It just doesn't work.
That's funny. Although Grell would totally be opposed to that because he wants...
No, he wants Bassie for himself.
Right, yeah. Or ship me and Bassie. The hell with the rat.
That's beautiful. Alright, so let's see. Okay, now that we were talking about Sebastian and Ciel, I have to poke fun at this quote, okay? I love it. Okay. So don't expect me to become Facebook or Tumblr or any sort of electronic nonsense friends with him. And my reaction was just like, we'll see about that, Sebastian. Like, you'll be more than friends with him in a matter of, I don't know, weeks. I don't know.
That whole line, it reminded me of something. I can't remember. Someone was just like, "Oh, you people," and you're like, it sounds just so old. Like this person, like, "All you people with your social media garbage and your newfangled phones," and I'm like, that just sounds like someone who's like, who works and has other crap to think about and would be like, "I'm not going to become Twitter friends," or whatever you would call it, tweeting, twatting, whatever it is. We're not,
We're back to Ciel
see
busy.
somebody like getting it wrong. The like free friends book or something. Like I could just totally see that happening with someone in an argument. So I was like, yeah, that would be him. He'd be that.
It's weird to picture Sebastian with a Facebook.
He could probably barely text on his phone. He probably still has like a Crackberry or something, Like, oh, I like it because it has the keyboard. It's one of those people.
He has a freaking Nokia.
Got Claude sitting over. Oh, stupid. Claude is he's not evil in this story. I think he's actually probably more of the moral compass, I think, at this point.
I get that vibe because I was thinking about it too. I was like, oh, well, could I see Claude kind of turning his back on Sebastian, trying to do something to Ciel? And I'm like, no, I can't see that. I can't.
He's gonna be different in this story. He's not like the past two. I mean, that's not to say that there's not going to be some massive evilness of people happening, but I don't think Claude. No, I think I'm going to keep Claude. Let him, continue on. You'll see how that plays out with him and Eloise. Because of course those two always get paired up. It just.
I'm excited for that too.
It can't be different. It just can't.
I kind of want Eloise to be a Neko now. Now that you mentioned. Like
everybody always makes them both Nekos. Like, both Nekos. I'm like, oh God, really? Because then it's like,
well, maybe he can dress like that for Halloween. He can dress like a little cat for Halloween. Eloise.
That's true. We could get some ears. But like it would be like writing the same plot line for like two different characters. Then.
That's true. Yeah.
The story, like it would be like.
Too much of a coincidence.
They're both Nekos, and they both go off with their masters, and you're like,
too much of a coincidence.
But no, Eloise is actually I don't know. See, I'm trying to think of what to say without giving too much away. Whereas Ciel is the one dealing with being discriminated against and being. Having the one to deal with the difficulties of like society and how they see them. Eloise is actually the one, despite the fact that he's gay, he doesn't have those problems. Like he does not have to deal with that kind of, because if you've noticed this ongoing, except for A Slow and Steady Seduction, Revelations, there's this ongoing freaking thing where it's like, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Like there are no people that are yelling at you or with pitchforks and things like that in any of the stories. So it works that way in this story, and in this story that's like completely fine. The church groups are not going after people who are homosexual, and
it's kind of like what would people turn to hate after homosexuality is accepted.
It's a really good way of putting it. It's
like how women and African Americans and everything, like there's this line of constant, well, who can we go after now?
Well, it's like anything that's different and you don't understand. It's that's really what causes, I think, that with the way society reacts to things, and that the whole point is with the Nekos is they don't understand, they don't really know how it happens, and society is like, well, is it a sin from God? Is it by choice? Is it is it communicable? Can my children catch it by being in school? And it's that fear, and so it's kind of funny because it's Eloise again is like the foil for Ciel, not in personality so much as in past stories, but more just in their lives, because their lives really, I mean, they're about the same age and they're doing close to the same thing, but the way the world perceives them is very, very different. And of course, Eloise is a pediatric nurse who has his hands in vag all day, and I just could not resist by seeing like really great, like if he's just so out there, and he's so out there with his sexuality, and he's so, oh yeah, blah blah blah, come get me boys, and then be like, I go every day and I'm up to my elbows in placenta, and he's just like, and then in the first chapter he's like, one day, Lizzie, you'll get married and you'll become a woman, and then this thing will rip itself through, and I was just like, wouldn't it be great if he just like, that did not faze him at all? Like, he's like, I'm gay. I get it. I'm gay. I like boys. I love penis, blah, blah, blah. The miracle of life. He just I don't know, there's something about his character that I just want to be like, the miracle of life, like, just is awe-inspiring to him. So I just thought it'd be hilarious.
I just had the...
I thought of him, like, walking around in pink scrubs all day long.
Oh, yes. That's adorable.
I had the funniest thought when you said, you'll get married one day and you'll become a woman. It's like, she's not now.
Yeah, I just think that, like, I thought that was, like, the perfect thing for him to say. Like, you'll be on your wedding night. You'll learn.
You'll see a penis one day, Lizzie, and it won't be Ciel's, damn it.
All right. So anyway, I guess moving along with the review, since we've talked about like villains and people trying to find.
You don't even know who the villains are yet. That's so cool.
Well, we had some ideas.
Yes, I have ideas.
I have some too, as well.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and go first?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I was thinking one that hasn't been done before, but who has recently become a villain in the manga series? I don't know. Undertaker. Because he like reaped that whole boat full of people and all that nonsense.
Yeah, he's gotten a little nuts lately.
For those of you who haven't read the manga, read the manga, because...
Spoiler alert of what Alex said to you, a little bit late, but...
Seriously, catch up.
Right?
I just bought the ninth manga.
Is it just me, or like freaking like are the chapters shorter and shorter? It drives me insane.
Right?
Yeah.
Ugh, it's bothering me.
I'm like, she's probably like the manhwa artist and writer, SIU. He's Korean. Mm-hmm. He writes the Tower of God series, which is awesome. You guys should check it out, by the way.
I should.
But yeah, like he was having wrist issues, and so he hired on an assistant to help him with the artwork. And so I'm like, dude, maybe Yana should do the same thing.
I hope she's not running out of ideas, because, like, I want Kuro to, like,
last forever.
Yeah.
I know. What am I gonna write about when, like, if she stops?
Right? If Kuro, like, stops existing, I think my life is just gonna be over.
Oh.
No, we'll find something new, but it won't be as good.
Yeah, exactly. All right. What other ideas did you have?
All right. Well, there was Undertaker. Who else? I don't know. I thought William, but I don't know. Like, I thought he might, convert to being like.
Oh no.
It's a possibility.
He's supposed to be my lover. Okay.
Well, you die, so what's he supposed to do?
Avenge my death. Avenge my death.
I didn't say she's dead yet.
Well, she's gonna die. You said you love her, so she has to die. So it's fate.
I may not, and she might not have an actual death scene.
Ha! I got one. For those of you who also don't know, I died in that very beginning, like, huge portion of the story. So
you'll find out chapter 2.
Exactly. Well, now you know.
Let me kill you off in my first paragraph. There you go.
Hey, I will live on. I will be mentioned in the next chapter, so that's more than I expected.
A quick thing on that opening scene before we continue with talks of villains and stuff. So when I noticed the title, Ninth Life, I thought about it and I was like, well, couldn't Alex come back to life because it's his first life lost? Unless it was his ninth,
Actually, that title is actually a play on the whole 9 Lives words, and you'll see... I actually know exactly what I'm doing with it.
Okay.
But it's gonna be way later on, and you'll see
in
why.
Chapter 872.
I can give you I need to stop.
No, you need to go on forever. I didn't want Revelations to stop. So.
Oh God, I could probably write. I could be like, there's some authors that have these stories. They're like, when's the last chapter? They're like, I don't know. It just keeps going, and I'm like, oh God. No, that they're play on words with that, and there's actually a scene where that line will be used.
Sorry, Alex just freaked out about something, so
there was a bug in front of my face.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay, I'm better.
Okay. Oh. Okay, sorry, AnimeCujo.
No, it's okay.
You can continue.
No, I filled my point for the bug.
I look forward to seeing what exactly you do with it, because I
know,
had the
me
same
too.
thought.
Stoked.
I thought, like, what if Ciel gets captured, and then he gets, like, tortured and, like, killed 8 times, and he only has 1 life left, and Sebastian's like, ugh! And then, like, everyone's, like, freaking out, and, you know, it's just thoughts I had. So, I look
Or at
forward to
least
seeing.
if it's not like death after death after death, it would be like near death experiences.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, not to spoil anything, so we'll just move on to villains now.